Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to watch me create this lovely journal cover and tell you all about the different things that you can do with our range of texture rolls. Hope you enjoy. So first, a little bit about texture roll. I'm going to bring some on here. Now this is all packaged up nicely. This is our rose gold texture roll. And as you can see from the box here, one of the great things you can do with this is scrunch it all up because it's not going to lose its integrity once you've scrunched it up. It just gets a lovely pattern, and I will show you this right now. This is the rose gold, as I just mentioned. We've got tan. I love the tan. This is actually great for using maybe some darker inks with, like a walnut stain or a vintage photo around the outside. Love doing that with these. This here, we've got the matte white, which also comes in really handy. We've got gold, we have silver, and we've got this lovely matte grey. We also have black as well. And not to mention what I'm going to be using today is the cork here. Now this stuff is lovely. It's just such a great quality. So they're the texture rolls. Let me show you what happens when we scrunch them up. I'm going to use the gold here. Now you can get it wet. It doesn't lose its durability or robustness when it gets wet either. So if you get it wet and then you scrunch it all up, you can twist it. It doesn't tear. And that's what makes it great for embossing a lot of the time. Here, so I mean, I've not embossed today because I'm using the cork, but this stuff embosses so well. The detail that you get. Now have a look at this. Look at that. And one other thing I like to do, which I'll just show you very quickly before I start, is when it's like this, you can actually flatten it back out, but it keeps some of its nice scrunched up texture, like this. Now can you see how that's all flattening itself out again? Now that is ready to go, and it's still got this really lovely textured effect on the front. So that's just one tip for using this texture roll. Move the machine out of the way for now. So, as I said, what I'm going to be using is the cork texture roll. Now I've used some of our Sizzix matte board here, and I've just sprayed it with some photo mount and laying it on top, and that's just perfectly flat now, ready for me to work with. So I'm making a journal cover. Texture roll is great for a journal cover because, again, it's so robust and manageable. What we're going to do, I'm going to create a wreath on here, and the way I'm doing it is using some circle die cut pieces like this. Now what I'd like to mention, so I've created this, I wanted to just create some nice kind of wild stripes using some of our Ranger inks that we have available now. So go online and have a look at some of the new products that we have available. We've got some products from Ranger, from Stampers Anonymous and Ideology, but I'm going to be using the Ranger inks today. What I'll do, I'll take a piece of white cardstock. So to create that pattern, I literally just took the lid off and give it a few little scrapes down like this. And I'm just using the corner of the thing there, or you could go ahead and just press hard. You get this lovely kind of effect where the white's still showing through. I'm going to do it with some green underneath here, like so. And then I can just pick the areas that I like, and I'm going to use the Big Shot machine to cut them out. Before I do that, another product that I'm using, now these are some of the Stampers Anonymous stamps. I've chosen this stamp here. Now this is part of this lovely set of creepy crawlies here. It came with this lovely kind of script stamp here. Now the great thing about using the distress inks is you can use them to stamp with as well. I'm not using a stamping pad because I don't need it to be really precise. I'm just going to get it down there, push down, and then we've just got this area of stamped writing there. I'm going to do the same with that green. We apply from above like that, and then push down. Look at that. Oh, the red's mixed in with the green there, and it's just given a really lovely colour. So, bring on the big shop machine. I'm going to sandwich it up. I'll just move these out of the way, because I tend to put my sleeves on them if I don't. And I'm going to just cut using some of these smaller framelit circles here from different areas. This. There we go. And then you end up with these lovely little circles, just have that lovely calligraphy style writing on them that I'm going to use a bit later on. So I'm going to put these to the side. Now I've also brought with me a big framelit, and the reason I've got these framelits that create a rim here is I'm going to use it as a guide to make my wreath, because I want it to be perfectly circular. So they come in really handy to stick down. So I'll move this out of the way now. Now, I'll take my corkboard from earlier and I would place that down there, and this would be glued down with some express glue. I would use this and then take those lovely die cut pieces that I came up with earlier, and I can use this to guide me when I'm laying these all around. I'm going to put the writing on its side like this. And then we've got some of our festive cardstock that we've just cut, and we just keep layering this up until it looks like this. Now you might notice as well, I went through all our loose buttons here. I found a load of kind of festive coloured buttons. We got some nice dark greens, some nice rich reds there, and some pale, more woodeny colours there. And I've created a wreath like so. Now, no wreath is complete without a little bow. So I'm going to stick down my bow. I'll stick it at the top here, like this. And I've also created, now I used some of our agave cardstock. Now this is the rich dark green from our festive cardstock there, and I've just decided to put that here. Like this. So all the way along, I made sure that it goes from one end to the other. You might be looking at the corners here. I used a corner punch, so the corner punch went straight through the texture roll, no problem, because this texture roll, although it is so tough and durable, it still cuts with thin lit dies, and it still cuts with a pair of scissors, which is just absolutely great. So there we are. Now that is basically it. All I would do with this now, I've cut it to the right shape of my journal cover. Now this could be a journal cover for planning all the things that you want to do for Christmas. That's why I've gone with this lovely all I want for Christmas sentiment. But how lovely is this? Now this is just using that texture roll, but this is the cork texture roll. I've not had to do anything with it to give it that amazing finish. All of our texture roll comes with a really fantastic finish, but you've also got the option to emboss it, which makes they are perfect for embossing. Or you can twist it and scrunch it, you can cut into it, you can even sand it down with fine sandpaper, because all of the, even the metallics, so all of them have this tan behind, so if you want the tan to start showing through, you can sand little bits away and apply maybe different coloured gilding wax. The possibilities really are endless with this textural, and it is the perfect thing for backing a journal. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I would love to see what you guys come up with for the textural. Maybe you've done something that I've not even mentioned in this video, and I'd really love to hear it, because I like to hear any new ideas that I can play about with.